Well, my name is Christopher Life Willers, and this is the Stay Free Show. In 2003, I was sentenced to 144 years in prison. True story. Don't take my word for it. Like I say with anything I say, fact check me, look me up, look anything I say up on this stream right here. This stream is dedicated, man, as I always say, to the individuals that have been through it, are going through it, specifically, but not specifically individuals that are impacted by incarceration. You may be locked up right now. Shout out to my brothers and sisters behind the wall that be tuning in and supporting the content. I'm just saying, I appreciate that. We not gonna act all, green and no. Thank y'all for supporting the content first and foremost. Everybody behind the wall, man. Everybody else, man. Thank you for supporting the content, understanding the purpose of the content, the message, and what I'm really trying to do here. All I'm trying to do at the end of the day is put up a beacon, a light, or whatever it is. You know how Batman had that signal he used to throw up in the sky and people see it, they knew he was coming. I'm not Batman, but what I'm saying is I'm just throwing up the signal to let people know it's a safe space here, man. Because we've been through, if you've been locked up or you got a loved one that's locked up, we've been through things that the rest of the world may not necessarily understand. That's the truth of the matter is. That's the truth, right? So it's important, it's imperative, just like anybody else has support in this world. Everybody has there's support groups. They got support. I seen something on, they got support groups for dogs. Dogs got their own support group. You understand what I'm saying? So if you've been locked up or whatever, you got support here, man. I feel like there's not enough of that. If you got questions specifically that you want to ask, thank you, Alfie. I appreciate that. If you got questions specifically that you want to ask, don't hold back. Somebody said, how do you get out of 144 year sentence? I don't know. I don't know how you get out of 144 year sentence. In the Commonwealth of Virginia, my sentence was 144 years, all suspended, but 19. I had to do 85% of that 19. I ended up doing 16 years, 11 months. I should have came home August of 2019. I didn't come home till January of 2020. The rest of the time's over my head. That's my sentence. That's my sentence. 100. That's what they gave me. You understand me? True story, which is another reason why I get up here and every day I want to talk about this, because it's not a game. I was somebody, you'll never hear me up here saying, yo, I was out here. No, I was somebody literally. I messed up some opportunities, right? Because everybody in prison isn't somebody that was just running the streets. Wow. A vast majority, yes, right? But a good percentage, no. You understand what I'm saying? So that being said, I'm also representing the kids that's out there that, it was a 30-second decision. It's good people that make 3-minute decisions, just 3 minutes out of their life to do something bad. And the question needs to be, are they a bad person? I don't know. Nonetheless, the other part of this is, man, we got to drink water. The other thing about this is, man, that there's not, keep that water too. There's not enough rehabilitation for people that are coming home from incarceration, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's not enough support. There's not enough places where people can go and vent and be heard. And not only that, when people come home from prison, they don't even necessarily know where to go in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I remember thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that the probation officer was going to be able to tell me some things that I needed to know. And I'm not saying all probation officers are created equal. Some are good. What I'm going to tell you is I had some that were not motivated. They were not motivated. I had no idea or concept. I remember going into probation thinking that I would be able to ask them about getting a job. And all they did was point at a board on the wall. And on that wall, it was temp agencies, which is okay, because maybe I didn't even know that part, but I thought it was going to be something more specific. You know what I'm saying? KTD, they got it like Walmart, Keepy, something like that. But I appreciate the OG Saint. I thought it was going to be something more specific. I remember thinking that I'd be able to get some type of support from the probation officer. They'd be able to point me in the direction of some type of support group, etc. No, they didn't have none of that. Backus, I see you. What's good, brother? Yeah, they didn't have none of that. But this is what I thought. I thought we were going to be afforded certain things. I thought that upon my release, it was going to be okay. So that's another reason why I'm up here, because, every day, shout out to everybody that reaches out and they're like, I need help. I'm glad you're posting stuff because I wouldn't know XYZ. So that's what it is. J Money, I am, man. OG Skits is still out there, man. Y'all gotta go to the pages and click them up sometimes, man. Engage with the posts, as they say, man. But shout out to everybody that, that's tuning into all the content, the streams, the lives, everything that I'm doing, man. All of it is geared to educate. All of it is geared to advocate. All of it is geared to motivate and inspire, man. We just want to keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got questions, put them in the chat, man. It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. I'm driving. Okay, Tuesday I got a little bit of a drive, and I don't know about y'all. My life is really busy right now, right? I just had a son, grateful, married, I'm back to work, I'm doing all this, but not much time for myself. It's okay, it's just that season. Anybody, you got a baby, you got to watch that baby grow. You got to make sure baby's safe, feed the baby, change the baby. It takes time, so, that's where it goes. But my car rides, I get to think. When I'm driving, that's when I get to listen to music, sit, reflect, breathe for a second, as I say. And I was thinking about commissary today, y'all. I was thinking about how stressful people used to be in the dorms during commissary day because they didn't know if they was going to be able to pay they tab that they owed. You know what I'm saying? I remember the stress that certain dudes had in the dorm the night before or whatever store day. Sometimes guys would check in and knowing that they had this debt out there on the compound that they weren't going to be able to pay. A lot of people on the inside, just like the outside, they don't know how to control their spending. You understand what I'm saying? And just like it gets you in trouble on the inside, it gets you in trouble on the outside. And there's a lot of parallels is what I'm saying. I heard one time that the streets reflect the penitentiary and vice versa. But what I'm saying is I remember the tension, especially around the holiday seasons, because they had the holiday packs. You know what I'm saying? People would be in the pod gambling, doing certain things. It would just be more currency in the pod, but at the same time, those that didn't have it would often get exposed because oftentimes, unfortunately, in that environment, those that didn't have it would be the ones that were in debt. It was really serious in there, man. And I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking about, I'm glad I can go to the grocery store now. I'm glad I can go, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I don't have to wait and get my stuff out of the window. You understand me? Like, it's a blessing, man. But I'm thinking about, somebody want to get into some questions really quick too, man. But I'm thinking about this, not having to deal with that anymore, man. If you've been on the inside and you home now, take a second just to reflect on something you hated to the utmost. Somebody said, how long does it take? Jake from State Farm said, how long does it take for a person to become institutionalized? I don't know. It depends. I was in for 16 years, 11 months. You know what I'm saying? It depends. It depends on, I think, a couple of things. Like, some people don't accept the man. I see you, man. I see you, Mr. E, for all you. I see you, man. But somebody said 30 days. I mean, this is why I say it depends. Some people are in denial. They believe wholeheartedly they're going home, and a lot of people do. But I'm talking about the guys that know they're not going home. Like, they just refuse to embrace incarceration. And it sounds crazy that I'm about to tell you this part. But at some point, if you're going to be doing numbers behind the wall, you have to embrace the fact that you're incarcerated. That doesn't mean you got to feed into every stereotype and stigma that's out there and whatever movies done conjured up about images of prisoners. But what I'm saying is, you're going to have to adapt to the environment. You're going to have to get used to count time. You're going to have to get used to putting up the cut so you can use the bathroom when your cellie is 2 feet away on his bunk. You're going to have to get used to certain things. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. Message me. Anybody that came up out the streets or anything else, man, message me, man. Listen. There just comes a time, and I said this one time to somebody, I'm never accepting the fact that I'm incarcerated. They got all wild and animated and all that, and that was cool, but I don't think they were hearing what I was saying, because it's sort of like swimming against the current. Eventually, you're going to get tired. Like, eventually, you're going to have to swim with the current and hope that you make it to the end of the, or, wherever you need to be, hang on to that limb so you can get up out the river, but you can't keep fighting the current. There's systems in place when it comes to prison that's not just Seth, I appreciate what's good. That's in place not just from the prison, But from the prisoners, individuals have been here 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you come in, you new in the system, and you think you're not going to go with what's in place, there's going to be a wake-up call. I don't care how, brave and built you are. I don't care if you're 100 and old, you ain't never lost. Listen, it's too many. And typically the things that are in place that deem an individual institutionalized, which means conditioned by an environment or experience or situation, basically, that's just going to happen anyways. You're in there day in, day out. Prison does not change very much. The excitement consists of individuals getting into it, if we're going to be clear. Outside of that, it's the same thing. Count time, rec yard, child hall, programs, phone, bed. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. That's it. There's nothing else. Clean your cell. That's it. So you're in this cycle every single day. You do something long enough, 1 day, 2 day, 3 months, 5 months, 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're going to be in that mode. You ever been running or skating back in the day? Y'all, I don't know. We used to go roller skating back in the day. I'm older than a lot of y'all. I'm 42. I ain't one of them old heads trying to act young. Y'all already know I'm OG for real. Listen, we used to go skating back in the day. Coach Light roller skating rink. I was the man back in the day, first and foremost. I tell a whole story just about that back in the day. I used to do all the backwards skate, jam skate. I used to get it. But anyway, we used to skate for so long. When we came off the rink, it's still, you were walking, but it still felt like you were skating. Or if you've ever been a runner, I used to run. When I was locked up, I used to run. I used to go run for 2 hours straight. They used to wreck. As soon as they open the gate, boom, music, I'm gone. Because I can get in my zone. I'm gone in the music and running. It's like driving and running to me. When I get off, when they call it wreck done and I go to walk, I still feel like I'm running. That's what happens in prison. You are institutionalized over time. You are conditioned. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can avoid it. Somebody said I look... Nah, man, let me try to keep up with the comments, man. Appreciate y'all, man, liking it up, sharing, all that, man. Somebody said there's no rules behind bars. Inmates rule the culture at the end. There's that, for me anyways, where I was at, there was rules. The COs used to write stuff up all the time. In VA, the COs, they don't really play. I'm not saying they don't go down. But on top of that, yeah, the brothers behind the wall had rules themselves. So there was rules everywhere. A whole lot of structure in VA system, honestly. Like, it's not like out west, because it's not about the politics and race in VA. It's other things. It's just other things. You know what I'm saying? Now the politics is coming in, but it's structured out there. I ain't gonna lie. Rican, what's good, man? Yeah, I already know the streets in New York are horrible, bro. I was up in New York. I got my first ticket in New York, a parking joint. I was upset. I don't know what. Nathan, I got you, man. Somebody said I was a juvenile DOC. I know it's a different league, but kids you meet there was crazy. I was on a... Listen, juvenile system is wild. It's a bunch of young people that need help that's not getting help. The juvenile systems are off the chain because there's even further of a lack of understanding the consequences at that point, man. Somebody said, did a law clerk help get me out? No, I had to do my whole sentence. 144 years, all suspended, but 19. I had to do 85% of that. I did 16 years, 11 months. Could you get your clothes, jewelry where you at? No. First and foremost, no, you had some dudes that had jewelry, right? Not the clothes. Once in a while, you would see dudes get some shoes in through visitation, which was crazy, again, to be able to do that in a VA system. But no, I seen a clip where the dudes is in full-on street clothes in the middle of the pod on the phones. Like, listen, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying where I was locked up, you would have got an escape charge for having street clothes, and you would have lasted 0.8 seconds with a phone in your hand in the middle of the pod. It's different in every state, y'all. I'm telling you, man. Like, it's different in every state. Every jewelry was more commonplace. You would see individuals with their chains every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some people with grills as well in there, but it weren't like that where I was at. If somebody that's in VA say it was like No, you had people that was making it happen because it's prison. Dudes is gonna find a way. I'm not saying it, but not like some of these videos you see, bro. And we didn't have no phones like that out there in VA. That's why you don't see no videos. It's a street charge out there. I don't know what it is everywhere else. I know it's crazy in Victorville, Roger. I do, man. Izzy, anybody wants to be a mod? I did have one mod in here, my man Backus. But definitely looking for moderators, man. Listen, I need y'all to understand. The prison systems are different in every state. And that's another thing I need people to, especially younger people, when they ask these questions, like, it's different in every state. Fed is different in state. It's different. Jail is different in prison. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Seuss, what's good, man? I see you, man. Tato. Yep, anybody wants to mod up, man, just message me. Let's go, man. Message me and we get that going, man. I got two amazing mods right now. Somebody, Seth, that's a valid question. Somebody just asked me, did I ever get really sick in prison? Yo, you know what happens in prison when a cold comes in there? If you've ever, Shampoo, what's good? If you've ever done time, then you know when a cold comes in there, it knocks the whole system out. Somebody, a CO can come in there. Next thing you know, it's going to start in 1A. It's going to go to 1B. Next thing you know, it's going to be in 2 building, 3. Then they're going to start quarantining pods. When a cold or the flu comes to a prison, it's typically bad because the immune systems of the guys, the men and women that are incarcerated, aren't that high because what? We're not exposed to the outside world like that. We're only exposed, you know what I'm saying, from the correction officers and the staff that's coming off the streets, and a lot of us ain't in their faces. So when a cold do come in, it typically knocks dorms out. So right before I came home, they quarantined. This is the end of 2019, before the pandemic or whatever, or I guess it was going on, but they didn't know what to call it. Dudes was falling out, coughing, hacking, sneezing. They locked the healthy in with the sick. I didn't get sick that time. Fortunately, I only got sick like twice my whole bid. I don't know. I got a theory. I don't know, because I was in the military. They got a day where they just give you all types of stuff. But I only got sick twice. But the 2 times I did get sick, it was bad. And there's nothing. Being sick in prison is bad. Like, straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get sick a lot when I came home either. I guess, and I was a garbage man when I came home too, which might have helped me during the pandemic. My first job when I came home was a garbage man during the pandemic, y'all. Oh my goodness. But I had to do what I had to do. I washed my hands, and hey, man, one time a dude started coughing on the truck with us. We dropped him off at the gas station. We ain't even bring him back. We was like, bro, we sorry, man. I don't know. We got to go, man. Yeah, man. Not just over Keefe, over anything. That's the sad thing about prison, man. You got people that don't make it home over nothing. Just like the streets, though, right? 2 people, they just exchange words overnight. It could be the basketball court. It could be the phones. It could be anything. I've seen individuals get into it over the microwaves, over a newspaper. Just about anything, the laundry line, anything you can think of, I done probably seen somebody get into it over on the inside of those walls, and I can assure you it's not always just hand play. It's unfortunate. It's not cool. I don't glorify it. I think it's whack when people getting ready to... you know how many people didn't make it home to their kids over nothing? And somebody's always quick to say, respect, respect, respect. You telling me... And I don't... Listen... Y'all think what you want about me. As long as don't nobody put their hands on me and try to do something to me or somebody I love, you call me out you could do whatever you want to do. Call me out my name, talk crazy. I'm going home to my son and my wife. If you think that I'm one of them that in my mind thinks that respect is more important, that type of respect at that, I got to do something because he called me out my name, versus me coming home to my son at night. Let me tell you a true story real quick. So I don't go out. If I'm working, I'm out. If I'm out, I'm with my wife. Family, home. If I'm out, it's for an event. Home. I'm not out. I'm 42. I'm not out. I live all right, though. Like, if I want to go take a trip, we go take a trip. All right? That's when we go out. But what I do this one time, though, I go out. Okay? I go out. It's my people. It's my brother. It's my people, right? It's his birthday. We're at the lounge. Okay? Oh, it's just one night. I'm just going to go about that. Ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. This is why it's important. If you got a formula and it's not broke, don't attempt to fix it. Because sometimes longevity, it's always more important as far as I'm concerned. But I want to tell you how much, I don't care about that respect thing, the way that people, yo, he called me, I got to. That's why a lot of people sitting in penitentiary or the box in the ground, right? That's why a lot of mamas got phone calls and wives got phone calls and kids ain't got no daddies. Oh, he said he called me out my name. I couldn't walk away. Crazy work to my young people. If anybody got you thinking that's more important, straightening something like that than free, yo, let them people just talk, bro. I promise you, eventually they gonna stop talking, or they gonna run into somebody that gonna want to talk back. It ain't gotta be you. But anyways, I go out this one time, man. You understand me? We at the birthday party. I'm out the way. I'm having fun. I'm listening to the music. Drinking my ginger ale, everybody, doing what they doing, having fun, I'm chilling. Boom. The section we in, why am I in the section, by the way? Why am I in the section? Look at me. I'm not one of them influencers. Youngin said I'm an influencer. I didn't know how to take that. But if I am one, I'm not one of them up here trying to be all extra fly. No, I'm just trying to be real with y'all, man. If I got to get done up to see y'all on here, I don't know. But anyway, what am I doing in the section? But I'm in a section in Atlanta. Our section get to arguing or tussling with the section next to us because two of the girls done bumped into each other going to get ready to go to the bathroom, and one done spilled the drink on the other one. Now, the dudes is arguing, they done went out the section. I'm still sitting there in the back of the section because let me tell you something. I'm assessing the whole situation. I'm like, what happened that fast? Everybody was just having a good time, but this is why I don't go out. By the time everybody starts going towards the doors, because the security like, get out, everybody. They trying to get everybody out to keep the night going. Get to. So we out. I'm leaving out too. But let me tell you something to all my young people. Very dangerous time. If you in the club and something goes off on the inside and it starts to go left, one of the most dangerous times when you at the club or the lounge, and I'm just telling you, is when security tells everybody get out immediately, because that's when people that's not thinking right, they got stuff and they go into the cars, they turned up immediately. There's no time to think. That's the time where you got to really be on point. And let me tell you the next thing. If you make it out that parking lot, don't just drive to the next gas station over, because that's where everybody going to go. And you probably going to run into that same group if you was trying to avoid them. Now, that's just some survival 101. Hopefully you ain't out there, because also there's nothing good going on after 10 p.m. at night. I got a 10 p.m. rule for sure. But anyways, we get pushed out the door. I follow everybody out. They the ones going. My people like, I'm going to get the jump. Da, 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 da. Other people arguing. They talking about they go. You know what I did? With my people arguing, y'all can call me what you want. I'm telling you now. Because I told them the same thing the day after when I called them to make sure they was okay. Because as soon as they started doing all that, I had been headed to my truck. I was gone. I couldn't wait to get home to be with my wife. All I could think about, and I got in that truck and I left, and yo, you shouldn't have left your people there. Yo, what I look like my wife getting a call say, yo, babe, I'm back in prison because they was arguing at the club. What? At the end of the day, you got to make a decision. And if you're smart, you choose the thing that actually matters most. Not the thing you feel that matters the most. The thing that matters the most. Yo, I love my brother. They my people, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But listen, man, if you're not exercising enough intelligence in the moment to get up out of there because it's an issue, I'm not getting in that hole with you, bro. I'm not. We not doing that. So I went home, and guess what? They respected it. And hopefully you got some people that if they do get into it, they respect when you get out the car. They got a movie, boys, on get out the car. I got out the car. I had nothing to prove, man. Nothing to prove. Especially if you've been to prison, man. You come home, you still feel like you got something to prove. You ain't got nothing to prove, man. You probably been through so much opportunities to prove, and you ain't got nothing to prove, man. Only thing I'm trying to prove now, I'm trying to make it to 100. My son is 1 week old. I'm trying to see him make 40. I'm trying to see my grandkids. That's the only thing I'm trying to check off at this point, man. Help people. I'm not out here for that, man. So, anyway, don't go out. Exactly, Black Bear, let me out. Let me out, man. I'm going. My son, man. Yo, I'm going home to my son, man. Listen, somebody said, how old are you? I'm 42, man. Somebody said, yo, you tripping. Da-da-da-da-da. Listen, man. If you don't know by now that we at a point in time where you got to put your priorities first, that's where we mess up. David, what's good, man? When we stop putting our priorities first, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? How many times did I go to solitary? I don't know the exact number. I was trying to think about that. But I know that I spent over 3 years, 2 months in solitary confinement. My longest stint in solitary confinement was 14 months straight. A little bit over 14 months. I got transferred from the hole at Haynesville Correctional Center back to the hole on Sussex 2. I was going through some things, man. I was going through some things. I wasn't wild. I was one who was always trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was dudes in the system, they wanted to smoke. Like, when I say that, like, they wanted to get into the fights and all that, and I was never like that. If it happened, it happened. Me, I was always trying to get, like, money. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to readjust this joint real quick, man. Hold on, man. But that's why I would end up in the hole. I got sent to the hole one time because I was running the parlay. And two of the guys that I had, you know, pushing tickets for me or whatever in the blocks got them rumbling. And my name was on, I don't know why dude put my name on one of the ticket joints or whatever. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. But what was the other one? The other one, I was getting money with my mans. We was different time, y'all. Different time, man. Yo, what I do for 144? Listen, man, what's good, Coda? I was a driver in a robbery. I'm not from GA. But shout out to GA, though. I love GA, man. I see Germany and Albania in the building, Greece in the building. I'm getting ready to go to Bangladesh to potentially do a TED Talks, man. That joint gonna be fire. I ain't never been. I got my passport now, though, man. If y'all got questions, put them in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all. This is the Stay Free Show, man. Y'all know what it is. We are having good conversation. Trying to provide support, man, because y'all support the message. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, Sus, what's good? Somebody said when you were younger, what could someone have said or done to influence your life in another direction? I'm going to be honest with you. I had a lot of people in my life that were trying to influence me in the right direction. Like I tell you, I'm not, you'll never hear me say like, oh, I came up in the worst. My wife is from 7 Mile. She came up way worse than me. Way worse, right? Like I didn't have like the best, you know what I'm saying? But I always had until, you know what I'm saying? I always had my mom. I always had my dad. You know what I'm saying? It's like my dad's house was like 14. I had uncles, had sisters. Like I had people that was trying to, but I represent those kids that didn't have to, but did. And not enough people are telling that story. Like, I represent those kids. It was like, oh, you know what? Mom's is at work. She got to work 2 jobs. Man, I'm bored. I'm about to go down here and see what's going on. Next thing you know, you in the city. Next thing you know, that's what I represent, man. Because there's a lot of parents right now whose kids, and there's a lot of young people, too, that don't have to. You know, there's a lot of suburban kids. It's like literally, you know what I'm saying? Like out there trying to get to the block. Because they think that lifestyle is cool. And It's not. It's very appealing. It looks like, oh yeah, because that's what the rappers are. They pushing it out there, yo. It's the agenda. I don't want to hear that. I like the music. One youngin say, yo, I ain't trying to hear that OG. I say, yo, look. You came to me. You asked me a question. He said, you all right? I said, good. I'm gonna run my mouth anyway. I said, look, man. Through rap music, they pushing something at y'all, man. You understand me? Like, you don't find it odd. You remember how they got it? You don't find it odd. You don't find it odd? Like, you don't find it odd that they pushing a music at us that perpetuates us either going to prison or the grave? We the only ones like, yeah. We talking about sliming each other. It's wild. It's out of control. And listen, I get it because I was 19 too, and look where I ended up going. So that's why I always say, I understand. But if you give me a moment of your time, let's have a conversation because I'm trying to tell y'all what happens. I don't want y'all to go to prison at 19, come home 36. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just young people. You got old people getting ready to take chances too. It's serious, man. That's why I say what we say, man. We got to wake up, man. I spent my whole 20s, man, 19 to 36. Yo, don't be like me. And like I always say, I thank God because I feel like he sped up some timelines when I came home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in a lot of ways, like he picked me up and dropped me off and I'm where I'm supposed to be. But I went through how much pain, trauma, heartache, this, that. You know what I'm saying? All because what? I decided to be a follower for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man. As a black dad, I see you. Stay in prayer, Izzy. Got to, man. I don't be trying to tell nobody what you know what I'm saying? But I stay in prayer. Passport and felonies. I got my passport. I don't know if it varies by state. I think right when I got off probation, I was able to get my passport. I got to ask my wife, honestly. Only place I've been, I went on a cruise. And some cruises, you don't need your passport. They call closed circuit cruises where you could still stay with the boat on the island, something like that. But we went to the Bahamas and some other little island. You know what I'm saying? We went on them Carnival cruises. But we're going to do some more traveling this year, man. You could definitely get your passport. It's just certain countries like, just because you have your passport doesn't mean you can automatically go. I had an opportunity to go to Canada, but in order for me to go there, I had to fill out like an additional piece of paperwork and all that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to chill because I done heard stories about y'all. Shout out to Canada, though. Appreciate that, Lord, man. I did not meet my wife before. I met my wife while I was in prison. We got married in the visitation room. You know what I'm saying? She soldier. Hey, Carolina, I see you. Yeah, we got married in the visitation room. We've been married over 6 years now. Just had our first child, her and mine, first child I ain't gonna tell you her age, but I'm 42. But just November 3rd, you know what I'm saying? D-Ho, you already know. I don't know if it's D-Ho or Doe. Y'all already know, man. Tommy, what's good? Listen, I ain't gonna say if you're smart, but if you're fortunate, or it depends on what type of. I knew I needed a wife, and shout out to the wives that handle the affairs. You understand me? That's what it is, man. Europe, Iceland, and Bahamas. That's what's up, man. Is the experience worth going to jail? No, not at all. But I said this before, and it was controversial. I said this before, and people was getting ready to tear me out the frame because I said this, but I said some people need to go to jail. Some people need to go to jail. Some people need to experience what it means to sit down. Some people needs to go sit in the cell and hear count time, because I do believe wholeheartedly that there would still be some people here, you know, if they would have had an opportunity to go sit for a month just to experience and really, because a big percentage of people that are sitting in prison, if you would let them go home right now, they wouldn't come back. They wouldn't. I promise you, especially individuals that done long time. And it's unfortunate, again, individuals that get those long amounts of numbers. I'm not saying at all that they're saints. There are some innocent, but what I am saying is those are typically individuals, if you let them out, they're not going to do nothing. And I said before, I said a lot of those individuals, if they would have just got a month or two, they probably would have been rehabilitated, because once you see something, you understand really quickly, and that is being thrown in the midst of the fire. Everybody doesn't get it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a guarantee that everybody's going to be rehabilitated. But what I am going to tell you is, I know for a fact, everybody can say what they want to say. A day was enough for me. Maybe a week if they just wanted to sweat me out. And I knew the first chance I got to come home, which wasn't until 16 years, 11 months later, I was going to stay home to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand things happen, whatever. I don't know about all that. I'm staying home. I knew that. I was just waiting on my moment. Now, there are some individuals don't get it. I don't know that part. I got my theories. I speak about mental health. I speak about other things. But there are some individuals that can sit in there 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years and still think it's a game. Wild. But you got to know that's like the inner child screaming, I'm hurt, and just trying to be rebellious. You don't love this. You trapped up in it and you don't know how to get away from it. You become so fearful of it that it turns you into something that you're not. And you'd rather stay stuck because stepping outside of that is it's fearful to go there. You know what I'm saying? I seen it. I got brothers that'll never break free. They tell me, hey, bro, I'm in the streets forever. Okay, cool. I'm going to FaceTime you on the holidays. Since you saying it like that, you must... I guess we can't go to support groups. I guess that ain't gonna work. Some people just ain't gonna. That's just not gonna be their route. And there's nothing glorious about that because the same brothers that I talk to go, I'm in the streets. They know that eventually it's gonna come to an end. They know it. But for some reason, it's easier to stay there, knowing what's gonna come, versus step outside of that. You understand me? Somebody said Cafe Bustelo. No, you tripping. Cafe Bustelo is a great substitute for Keefe, though. Ireland in the building, man. G-Buggy, what's good, man? Second lap, I see you. Dylan is hilarious. Some of these people be so hilarious. Nonetheless, man, make sure y'all drink water. It's 2026. Like I usually always say, you understand what I'm saying? Somebody said it's for the thrill. I don't want no thrill like that. I go ride a roller coaster and be home at night free. You understand me? With walking on the carpet. Because if you been to prison, ain't no walking on no carpet. It's concrete, steel. Israel, what's good, nephew? You understand what I'm saying? I don't need that type of thrill. My thrill is watching the big screen TV. You know what I'm saying? I saved up my little money. I got a 90-inch. I wanted a 90-inch. I said, I'm going to save my little money up. I'm going to get that. That is my thrill. You understand me? That I don't need. Oh, no. I don't want that. That's an issue when you want that to be your thrill. And I'm not saying I'm saying they gave that as an answer, but anybody that is in that mode. I mean, that's a true answer, though. A lot of people, it's that rush. But, man, if it's that serious, go join the military. Go do something, man. Go do something that ain't going to send you, hopefully, to the penitentiary or somewhere else. Anyways, old timer once told me, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, why don't I start acting? I am acting. I need somebody to tag up Netflix or something. Tell them I'm out here, man. Listen. Old timer once told me time is the most valuable thing you will ever have. Ever have. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. And the reason he said it's the most valuable thing you ever have is because when it comes to time, once you give it away, it's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. Once you use it towards this, you can't get it back. The time that you guys are giving right now is a moment you never get back. So I will always say thank you, man. I also say, hopefully, if you're on this, you free. And if not, hopefully you're on your way to being free, man. It's not a game. And in 2026, the stakes are higher than ever. There's no reset button. This is not Call of Duty. They're not going to respawn you. Your mother will cry if you're gone. It's bigger than you. Don't think about just you. Think about the potential of the life you could have if you decide to put that same energy and effort towards the streets, towards something righteous and good. It may be a little tougher. It may be a little bit more of a difficult path. But guess what? You're not going to have to look over your shoulder. You're not going to have to worry about which way is it coming from. And anybody that watches my streams, because we is just getting started, I promise you, I need y'all to lock in. I need y'all to follow, subscribe, whatever it is. I need y'all to make sure you here showing up with me and letting people know where we at, because I'm getting ready to go on a run, man. And it's not about me. It's about this message, and it's about making sure that people understand that they got the ability to get free and stay free, man. It's not a game. Every single day, people are losing their life. They're going to court. They're getting sent away for 60 years, never having a chance to have a child. Whole generations wiped out over a 30-second bad decision or some emotions or some words that could have been forgotten about had you just moved forward. So, yeah, man, we're going to laugh at times. You know what I'm saying? But this is serious. This is serious. And I need y'all to start rallying up, man. I don't know what we're going to call it, a stay free move. I don't know. Whatever we go, bro, we're going to start rallying up, man. We have to really, man, pull together, because we're capable of living better lives, having better. We're capable of finding peace. We're capable of doing away with the anxiety when we lock in with each other and support each other and really start moving out, man. So listen, I'm live every single day. Y'all know what it is. Don't miss me, man. Hit the notification. Whatever y'all got to do, man, to make sure. If y'all trying to connect with the merch, the book, any of that stuff, man, the link is in the bios, man. I appreciate y'all as always, man. As always, it's peace, love, blessings to you, yours, anybody you care about, man. We're going to pray for our enemies, and those that hate on us, we still going to show love, because we'll never match that energy. You understand me? Y'all already